everybody, I'm here with a Brother Serger Overlock sewing machine 1034D, okay? I think I have one exactly like this where mine might be a little different. Let's go over a little bit about it. This is your presser foot pressure. So if you're doing anything lightweight, you want to go up. If you want to do something really heavy, you go down. I got it in the middle because I'm doing cotton, okay? And this is your, I thread this a little differently than most people would thread it, because some people would just thread it going this way. I thread going this way, you know, and then pull back this way, okay? Now, she had broken her little bracket right there that goes in front of there, so she can't put a second needle in it. She only can do one needle. It's the farthest needle. So she's got the farthest needle is here. The closest needle, if it was there, would be here, okay? Which I thread it here, but it doesn't matter because she's only got one needle. It doesn't matter where you thread it because that's the way it works. Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to open this up since it's nice and clean, and I cleaned this, and even though I made a big mess when I tried sewing with it because I was not paying attention. All right. Then you want to do this, and you thread it this way. You do the same thing up here, down into this part, and this is called your upper looper, lower looper, okay? And you make sure your foot is in the highest position, so you want to put your foot up here, and then you go ahead and then you can put them right in the chamber. Some people have to move this out of the way. You don't really have to. The thread's thin. It's not like it's a thick thread. And you go down, and you follow this, goes in here, then into this one, not in that one, but in this one, comes up to this one, and then the upper looper. Gosh, why do I keep using my finger? This is the upper looper right here, okay? Then this one, you do the same thing. Do the same thing how I told you to thread it. Come down here. Go this way. Then into this one. Actually, go into the second one, not this one. You go into this one. Then it comes up to there. And then you pull this out. And it shows you a demonstration right here how to pull it out. And there's a hook in there and it hooks it in. And then you hook it into the lower looper right there. Lower looper, okay? Then when you get that all done, you want to close this so you can sew, and you want to make sure, you know, that's the turn on button, which is right over here. Okay, I changed out her thing here because she said that it was lost, and she said that if she could find it, she'd bring it back and have me put it on. But for now, I put on a lift for her, so she'll be fine. And then if you close this down like that, this has got the, I don't know if you can see it, the feed dogs are real close, so the feed dogs will pull it through. This is very hard with one hand, okay? So I might mess this up. Hopefully I don't, because I think I've messed it up so many times it's going to drive me nuts. You have to have both hands. One is to guide it. One is to pull this straight. And I can't do this and sew. So if I screw it up, I'm so sorry. So let's try it and see if I can do it. I'm going to try to do a double finger thing here and try to see if I can do it. Oh boy, I need to make it so it's tight. And it might not, it's not going to go do it. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try it now. Since I can't do this any other way, I have to have both hands. One comes up and one pulling back this way. To make sure this cuts and holds it straight, it's the only way I know how to do it. Oh, jeepers, and I got caught in there again. There you go. And there you go. You get this nice piece now it's sewn correctly all the way down and all the way up. And then get my scissors and you want to cut it. You get the scissors, cut it. All right, now where's my tweezers? Oh boy, because I got the threads. Some of that little dust gets in there. Okay. Anyway, so there you go. Now you have to have your hand literally when you're sewing. Okay, one's up here and one is holding this right here. Okay, in order to keep it straight. The bad problem is doing it with one hand. It doesn't work. You have to have both hands being used at all times. Then you can cut your tails. Right here's a tail. You want to cut your tails like that. Some people like I do it that way, but if I do it where I thread it back through its stitching, I can do it that way too. But this is done in hers. She's ready to pick it up tomorrow. So I just want to let you guys see it, okay? I want to hold this crazy thing. So this is it. This is that sewing machine, okay? And I have it ready for her to pick up. But it takes two hands to run this, so I can't hold a camera and try to run it. So Now you can see it did a much better job, because every time I tried to do it before, I was cutting all out of the place. And you need both hands to be able to use the cutting edge in this. Now, they have other things in here too. This one, if I had the book, I could explain it better. If you don't want to use the knife, you can actually move this way, and the lower knife will go away, but the upper knife will stay, but it won't hurt anything. And then I have this on the highest position, so it gives a wider stitch. And then I move this over here, so you put it on this one, and then I move this over here. If I had the book, I could explain it better, and I have my book, but I don't know what I did with it right now. But this basically, if you have your book, you can actually set this whole thing up by reading the book and do exactly what it says to do. So I don't have that, so I don't have my book. It's somewhere in my sewing room, and I have no idea where everything's at my sewing room. And then when you want to go here, you turn it off on the turn off switch, which is right here. And somebody in her family had lost her foot lift. So what I did is I made this foot lift so it'll work, and then she doesn't have to use pliers, because this is so much easier. And if you use pliers and keep breaking and denting this up, then you're going to have to buy a whole new pole and then the other part, and that's going to run you into like in the $40. And so this one actually makes it easier. It goes up and down. So here, I want to show you. It'll go up and down. A lot of people say, well, you have to get the original parts to make it worth something. Technically, every sewing machine I know out there, unless it's like old metal sewing machines, those are the ones that's worth a lot of money. These ones are not worth that much. I mean, you might pay a little bit for them, but down later on in time, when they don't make the parts anymore, they're not worth that much. Now, if you get a metal one, you can still find parts for it. This one here, you won't be able to find parts for it after a while. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, I'd love to hear from you. And what do you like to sew? Or did you get it as a handy-down, or did you buy it for yourself and you love the machine, or you hate the machine, or what do you like about the machine? I'd like to know about it, okay? And this is the best I can do to show you guys how to use and run the machine and how to thread it. So it's pretty easy. It's not that hard. And this one even has a little slot that comes off that you can put your pant legs through. And which I could take that off, but it takes two hands, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm just going to let you guys, check out the machine. If you want one like it, and if you see one on sale or at a thrift shop and needs a little bit TLC, well, then become a member, and it teaches you a little bit more on how to take care of your machine. But if you don't want to take and do that, just bring it to a mechanic like me that can do all that work for you. Okay? Well, talk to you guys later. Like the video, share the video, and comment down below. Okay? Love to hear from you. Bye-bye.